What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Real Highlights podcast. Let's get right into it. So obviously there's no NBA going on. We have some off-season stuff though, but we'll get into that later in the episode. All right. So in case you have not heard, Odell Beckham Jr. tore his ACL in his left knee. He's out for the year and won't be back until later next year. Sucks. I have him in fantasy. He wasn't one of my starters, but I did put him in, actually. He's one of my flexes. Especially, he could have been, or he was one of my flexes if he had a good matchup. Cam Newton, what do you have, like 2-3 interceptions? Been playing horrible ever since Corona hit him. I don't know what's going on with him, but his job is in jeopardy, especially if that backup starts playing good. Ron Rivera has finished his cancer treatment, which is great. Good for him. And the guy who, what's his name, Bostic, the guy who knocked out Andy Dalton and absolutely destroyed him. Yeah, I don't know. He's not getting suspended, which I think is kind of crazy because that was a nasty hit. That hit actually reminded me of back in 2017, I want to say, when Teddy Bridgewater got hit. Yeah, he got knocked out, slid. I mean, I don't know, just destroyed him. Todd Gurley, in case you didn't see that, the Falcons scored on accident and lost because they scored, which I think is great. You know, the Falcons are cursed this year. I think that's hilarious, but I don't know. I think it's you accidentally scored. Like the Lions were literally celebrating. They're like, he's in the end zone. He scored. Todd Gurley tried to get down, but he could not. I feel like I should mention. So I moved from Spreaker to Anchor, and it's, I think it's much better than Spreaker. It's way easier to record, put stuff in. I can see my stats for stuff other than YouTube. So I'm getting, on the most recent episode, which wasn't one of my best ones, I got about 12 listens on all 12 listeners on all platforms, which I think is decent. And also, new schedule will be record Monday, record Thursday, and the podcast will be on Tuesday 8 a.m. and Friday 8 a.m. Yeah. Let's get right into the next thing, which is some other football stuff. Baker Mayfield obviously started off 0 for 5 with a pick, and then went 22 for 23 with 22 straight completions and 5 touchdowns, I want to say. Good game for him. And Mike McCarthy, obviously, the Cowboys coach, they're doing horrible. I think that's great because, I'm a Vikings fan. I don't like the Packers very much. I've come to, respect them a little more. I have some respect for Aaron Rodgers, but Mike McCarthy was the old Packers coach, in case you don't know. So I think it's great when, any old Packers coach is not doing well. I just think that's funny. So let's get right into some basketball stuff. October 23 update from ESPN. Miami Heat president Pat Riley said Friday that the team's goal this offseason is to, quote, take care of the players we have. That list includes free agents Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder, Myers Leonard, and Derrick Jones Jr. Miami also wants to remain flexible ahead of the 2021 free agency class that would include superstars like Giannis, Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. Also, All-Star Bam Adebayo is eligible for an extension as he enters the final year of his rookie deal. Quote, once we get all the numbers and we get everything down, we get the schedule, we know what the dates are and what the rules are and everything. Once we get all of that, we're going to remain fluid. Quote, that's what Pat Riley said. And whatever presents itself to us, we'll look at it. October 21 updates. This is about the Indiana Pacers. So I think I mentioned it in the last episode that they have a new head coach. Good for them. Seems like to be a good guy. He's coached under Nick Nurse and Dwayne Casey, if I'm not mistaken, in Toronto. He's an assistant. And his name is Nate Jorgen, I think, or something like that. The biggest offseason question is the future of Victor Oladipo, who can become unrestricted free agent next season. Ola and quote, Oladipo feels good about the team. He's talked to me about how he thinks the team can be very good. That's what the GM said. We hear a lot of things, but until it comes to me, I don't really worry about that. Oladipo is entering the final year of a 4-year, $85 million contract. Also, Minnesota Timberwolves. I think I went over this, so they don't have a clear choice for number 1 pick. But this is a quote, for us, we typically study the draft from 1 to whatever number we feel like is a draftable player, Timberwolves president of operations, Gerson Rosa, said. And we'll evaluate those guys for trade scenarios, trade block, trade out for undrafted free agent opportunities, for minor league opportunities. So we really beat up the draft board as much as we can up until the drafts. The Wolves also have 17th pick, 33rd pick. The 17th pick is their Brooklyn pick, in case you did not know that. It's a little bit of golf here. The Masters happening November 12th to November 15th. Tiger, I really hope he wins that. That would be amazing. But there's, some other guys. You got Bryson DeChambeau, who's been going crazy. You have Justin Thomas, Roy McIlroy, who's starting to hit it like DeChambeau, but is more accurate. So he has a good chance. Tonight, Monday Night Football is. I have no idea. Yeah, today's Monday. Let's check. Chicago plays the Rams at 7:15. Okay. Max Kellerman finally said he's wrong about Brady. Good. Let's see. MLB. Let's do some. What's going on in the World Series? Is there anything? MLB, Major League Baseball. Let's check the news. Who will be the World Series MVP? Do we know? So if the Dodgers win, probably be Cody Bellinger, but who knows? It could be Justin Turner. Corey Seager's been playing out of his mind. Kershaw said he feels comfortable and thinks they have a good chance of winning it. Makes complete sense. They're up 3-2 in the series. So if you didn't know, the Rays, one of the Rays guys tried to steal home, and he almost had it. Like, he was really close to having it, but apparently it was all him. Third base coach didn't say anything. Dodgers Gonsolin to start Game 6 versus the Rays. Arozarena breaks the playoff. Breaks Sandoval's playoff hits record, so most hits in the playoffs. I think it's like 28, and that's going to keep going because they have some more games to play. Clayton Kershaw set a new record for postseason strikeouts. The Rays Phillips needed IV after a game-winning hit. That's great. What else is going on? Is there just like a regular news section for like really all sports? What is going on? There is NCAA basketball this week. So Carolina plays Charleston on Wednesday. When's that? It's not this week. That's next week, or in a couple weeks. But that's gonna be fun. Kentucky is climbed to number 5. Baylor is the number 1 team they have ranked in the country for the way too early rankings. Baylor's 1, Villanova's 2, Gonzaga's 3. Gonzaga has number 5 guy in ESPN, Jalen Suggs, on their team. Virginia's 4. I don't really like Virginia. I don't find them fun to watch. They set a whole bunch of picks. It's not really that fun. But yeah, they're always good. They're going to be good again. Kentucky is number 5. They have Devin Askew, number 24. And ESPN, they have BJ Boston, who's really good. They have Terrence Clark, who's also really good. They have a lot of great players, so they could be really good. They have Iowa being number 6. Huh. Yeah, so do they, I mean, they have the same team coming back, really. I think. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. So Wisconsin, they have 7. That's also pretty high. They have same starting lineup coming back, I think. Same team coming back for the most part, Wisconsin. You also have Illinois, number 8. They have the number 30 guy in ESPN Top 100. Their leading scorer is a point guard. You have Kansas at 9. They have a JUCO transfer on their team. They have the number 26 guy in the ESPN 100, and their leading scorer in the starting lineup was 10 points per game last year. Duke is at number 10. They don't have a lot of guys this year. They're still going to be good because they're Duke, but they have Jalen Johnson as their best player, or he's the highest ranked guy on their team. You also have Tennessee. They have number 16 guy in ESPN, Jaden Springer. He's good. And their leading scorer was their center at 13.7 points a game. At 12, you have Creighton. They have the same starting lineup, or they're bringing everyone back. And their leading scorer was the point guard, 16.1 points per game. At 13, you have Michigan State. They have a transfer coming in, Joey Hauser from Marquette. And their leading scorer, and they have number 40 in ESPN Top 100 center. And their leading scorer was 10 points per game, small forward. Texas Tech, obviously no Jarrett Culver. He was on their team a while ago. They have they have a couple transfers coming in. They have number 21 out of ESPN Top 100 guy. He's a point guard. They have a transfer coming in from UNLV and a transfer coming in from VCU. And their leading scorer was the guy from VCU with 13 points a game. You have North Carolina at 15. They have Caleb Love, 17 out of 100. Number 17th ranked guy of the ESPN Top 100. And their leading scorer was Garrison Brooks, 17 and 8 a game. You have Arizona at 16. The leading score was 19 points per game. He's back, so they're going to be really good. Number 17, you have Oregon. Their leading scorer was 14 points a game at UNLV. And they have a guy coming in from Rutgers, so 2 transfers coming in. West Virginia, their leading scorer was 11.2 points per game, 9 rebounds, power forward. UCLA, they have a transfer coming in from Kentucky, and their leading scorer was a power forward, 13 points a game. Number 20, you have Texas. They have the number 8 guy at ESPN Top 100, and their leading scorer was the point guard with 12.7 points per game. Number 21, you have the Houston Cougars. 13.2 points per game is the power forward, Caleb Mills. Number 22, you have the LSU Tigers. Their leading scorer was the power forward, 13.6 points per game, and their shooting guard. He was number 22 at ESPN's Top 100. Florida State. They have a JUCO transfer coming in to play shooting guard, and they have Scotty Barnes, number 4 in ESPN Top 100. And their leading scorer last year was the point guard, 10.6 points per game. Number 24, you have Ohio State. They have one transfer. They have a transfer coming in from Harvard, 16 points per game. Number 25, you have the Florida Gators. And this is the last one. Their leading score was 17.2 points per game at Cleveland State. And their leading score for their team was 14 points per game last year. So they could also have a very, very good team. What else is going on? Is there any NCAA football stuff going on in the news? Wisconsin The Wisconsin quarterback was positive for corona, so the whole Wisconsin team might have it. Indiana are in the top 25, and Ohio State moved up to number 3. Good for them. Let's see. Let's see one more check. One more check on the NBA. Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes. So apparently Toronto's looking for a place to play because they're in Toronto and just Corona would be hard for them. So Mahomes was recruiting them to come to Kansas City to play. Be kind of cool. Yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Make sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and I'm probably gonna go more in depth about it, but you can leave. I don't know what they are, but I'll see you guys next episode.